Dude, just the last thing I want is just you just won a Super Bowl and you're going into an off season and big play Slay is at it again. I mean, really just put himself in a corner. I'm going to be ranting in this video on a few things that have come out, and now other players on the roster are kind of butting heads with Slay. I mean, you can't have this for a guy that's trying to get re-signed. We have a lot to talk about today. So let's get straight into it.
A killer buried, but not dead.
Darren, we better turn around. Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. This video is sponsored by BetUS, so definitely go check them out if you guys have not. Now, we're going to get into news, obviously free agency news and stuff like that, but we have to talk about this one thing real quick, which won't be quick probably because I have a lot to say about it. Big play Slay obviously went on the facility and said, hey, if the price is right, I'll come back. You know, the Eagles did release him for $4.3 million to free that cap up, so it is what it is. He will come back, hopefully, but now I don't know what's going to happen because Slay, yet again, just can't help himself, has got to give the media everything they want to twist and turn everything. Not only that, but other players are getting involved, butting heads with him now, and we're going to be going over that. Okay, the first thing that Slay did, okay, this was an interview with, I don't even know who it was. Okay, this was on his YouTube channel, I'm guessing, where his setting is, I'm not sure, or on someone else's channel, but he literally just gave, like, these interviewers all they wanted, okay? Now, Slay is naming his top 5 quarterbacks. Jalen, you just won a Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts isn't even involved in the top 5 quarterbacks. That these top 5 quarterbacks in Slay's terms are they have their own eliteness, their own tier. I mean, dude, like this is the worst thing that you could do. I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but it really is, dude. Especially coming off a championship, and you don't even talk about Jalen Hurts being in his, at least Hurts being in his own tier at a high level, bro. What were you doing in Detroit? Nothing. What were you doing in Philadelphia? You were in the playoffs, you were in Super Bowls, and now you're winning Super Bowls. Lamar Jackson hasn't been to a Super Bowl. Josh Allen hasn't been to a Super Bowl. Can't even beat a team on the road in the playoffs. Burrow's been to 1 Super Bowl and hasn't done nothing. Can't even get back to the playoffs. And yet these guys are top 5 because their regular season stats pile up and everybody rejoices that. It annoys me that he did this. That just opened up a can of worms for the whole world. Especially, it's going to become viral with the Philadelphia Eagle fan base on all social media platforms. So he said that, and then there was another clip that I listened to of he was talking about how OBJ is better than Devontae Smith. Like that was just out of nowhere. These interviewers were asking him questions, and he was just feeding them everything. I understand you're a free agent that potentially you could be resigning to a team or the Philadelphia Eagles to re-sign with them, and like this isn't helping you too much, bro. Like this isn't. No, you can't really do that. All right. And then this is where things started to boil over. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson got involved. I'm glad he did. I'm actually glad he did. Okay, someone has got to like Slay. As much as he's not on this team right now, he's a free agent right now. Got to be a professional, dude, at some points. You can have your own opinion, but there is just, if you're trying to get resigned to this team, you can't say the things that you're saying. I mean, that's just what it is. Whether it's right or wrong, he should have his own opinion. But, you know, he's on a different tier of fame, dude. Like, you say something, it's going to travel. You're not some ordinary Joe, all right? So Slay says, they asked him, who will be the secondary's leader if he leaves? He says Reed Blankenship, being around and a lot of veterans before, I'm sure he can lead that group the right way. That's who I feel would be leading the group if I ain't in the building. He's a great damn leader. Then Chauncey not only, it continued, okay? Reed Blankenship is going to be the next big leader in Philadelphia. Like, that just was disrespect towards a lot of other players, especially Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Okay? He says, this what I be talking about. What other vet you going to bring in, bro, to lead this group? All that slick shit got to stop, bro. Being a leader is by action and doing things. Totally agree. Yeah, I talked that smack, but fam, let's be real here. My passion and fire for this group showed No hating me, just being 100. I completely agree. Leaders don't have to be veterans. Okay. Leaders could show up at 24, 25. Leadership, and there's different types of leadership. There's guys that lead by example, like a Fletcher Cox type of leadership where he just kind of led by example, wasn't the rah-rah type guy. And then you have guys like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson that's just, he's just attitude. He's a culture. He's a tone setter. He is just 110% energy nonstop from start to finish. And obviously, that was one of the biggest things that we didn't have in the 23 season when he wasn't there. Okay? It continued because this involves the 23 season a little bit because Chauncey was in Detroit, but obviously he was watching what was going on with the Eagles and what was going on at that point. Okay? He says vet presence is always needed. Don't get me wrong, but bro, what vet is needed for when young guys can hold their own? Q and Coop, and you got a crazy duo with Reed and me, and the supporting cast, Ringo, Zay, Andre, Sam, Eli, Sidney, Trishan. Stay with the youth, you ask me. He says, last vet that replaced me helped y'all get to the door in the wild card round. Remember that. He's talking about Reed Blankenship. You had Reed Blankenship. I think that's what he's talking about. You had Reed Blankenship. This so-called next leader, you're talking about Reed Blankenship. Well, you had Reed Blankenship in 2023, and guess what happened? You went nowhere. You got kicked out. You got your ass kicked. You got kicked out of a wild card game. So, it is what it is. Then he says, if we need a vet that played a lot to help us, sheesh, didn't learn from the last mistake. The last mistake was not having Chauncey Gardner-Johnson in 2023. You have to give Chauncey a lot of credit, but Slay needs to learn to respond to media, bro. He's just way too truthful. Truth is great, but dude, there's truth to it. But why wouldn't you put Jalen Hurts as your top 5 quarter? I just don't. I don't get why you know if you don't say his name, you're gonna get crapped on. You know that, right? Now you're butting heads with other players. I'm sorry, bro, but I've been loving Slay in 2024, bro. That season we just had, he got into the playoffs. Slay was looking like he was 24, 25 years old in the playoffs. The youth was there. He was just playing so well at a high level. But then you have the other side, okay? 2023, the shit that pissed me off entirely. Things like this, all this of what Slay has been giving the media, what he just did to these interviewers. I mean, it opened up a can of worms for him to be resigned in Philadelphia. Just remember, bro, Slay would have been gone last year, a year and a half ago, whatever it was, when he almost went to the Baltimore Ravens. Remember that? His wife was pissed off on social media. He wasn't even going to come back to Philadelphia. Almost signed with the Ravens. Then Big Dom had to give him a call for him to come back. But of course, he'll take the extra money, though. Seth Joyner calls the cornerbacks out because they won't tackle in 2023. Remember that? And Slay came out and said, I'm not putting my head down and tackling like that. But you'll take that extra money, though. You'll get the extra money, though. You'll come back for a few $1 million, though, right? You'll do that. No problem. That's what pisses me off. That's what he said. I'm not going to tackle like that at my age and blah, blah. You put that helmet on, bro. It doesn't matter what age you are, bro. You're getting paid millions of dollars. And that really pissed me off. And what did he do in 2023 when this defense was, and obviously the coaching was really bad. That 49ers game when James Bradbury got bullied in pre-warm-up, did he keep everybody accountable? Did he step up as a leader? No, he didn't step up, period. Nobody stepped up with this defense. Reed Blankenship, that he fantasizes so much about right now as the next leader, did nothing in 2023. Slay did nothing in 2023. That just pisses me off. Okay? So there was no leader on that defense in 23. And Chauncey's pretty much saying, the guy that you think is a leader, where did it get you? It didn't get you to a Super Bowl win. It got you to the wild card. And you got booted out. Okay? You know what I mean? And then there was another thing, when, not only, streaming with players during the season, I can't stand it. His podcast with Micah Parsons, Eagle fans hate that shit, dude, and you still do it. Why? I don't know. Yes, you have the freedom. You could do whatever you want, but you're not an ordinary Joe, bro. You have some fame to your name. Everyone knows who you are. It's not going to be ignored. Simple as that. Does Devontae Smith, live stream with people during the year? Does A.J. Brown do it? Does anybody do it? Not really. Nobody does. Unless it's a practice squad player or someone that is not even playing, then who cares? But realistically, nobody's doing that. 30 people are pissed off about, talking to the opposition during the season. And then when we get into the fucking wild card game in 2023, he makes a statement saying, thank God we're not playing in Philadelphia. I don't want to get booed. Like, what? What is that? What is that, dude? He sits there. Slay is sitting there in this interview acting like he's been some big leader, and probably this year he was. He took Cooper DeJean under his arm, Quinyon Mitchell under his arm. We appreciate from all that. And then you have to ruin it all by doing this and saying all of this. Now players are bumping heads with you. Like, it's tiring, dude. I haven't talked stress about this team in so long, but when it happens, like over something that could have been avoided, man, that annoys me. It annoys me. So I don't know if the Eagles are resigning him. And trust me, wait till the shakedown on Saturday. Oh, just wait. Like, it's all coming out. It's all coming out on Saturday. So it's going to get crazy. So that's all I have to say about that situation. I'm sorry for ranting so long about that. But to put a smile on my face, go to the website, the Philly Shakedown Podcast. Go check out the new merch for the Philadelphia Eagles, for the Philly Shakedown. In support of the Philly Shakedown, we have the Champions High-Sprung polyester shirt. It's got fabric. I actually have mine coming in the mail really soon, and I can't wait to wear it, and I can't wait to show it to you guys, especially in person. I have some other pictures as well, but definitely go check it out if you guys have not at least take an hour to make. Check out the Main Thing t-shirt. It's been a very hot seller for the Philly Shakedown Podcast, and absolutely love it. I'm waiting for this one as well, because I just ordered these a few days ago. Multiple colors. They all come in shirts. They all come in hoodies. So there's other merch on the site, the World Champion shirt. There's a whole bunch of different things that we do have. It's high grade, high quality print. You pay for what you get what you pay for. And that's what we want to make sure of when we're talking about merch and all that stuff. So appreciate everybody that has been ordering, and thank you so much. Okay, so let's be calmed down a little bit. Let's go to Mekhi Becton. Yes. I mean, we got some good news from Mekhi Becton. I mean, he wants to return to Philadelphia. The Eagles, Mekhi Becton reportedly prefers returning to Philly. So it looks like from the free agent market that there is a lot of interest, which I'm not surprised over. Okay, not surprised over. Multiple teams want to put him as a guard, and then we'll put him to tackle in the future. And I think that's what the Eagles might do as well if they do re-sign him. Is the next signing of Mekhi Becton the biggest need on this team? It's not. They're bringing in guys like Anthony Belton, that's a tackle, from NC State that can move to guard. They're going to have a lot of interest in offensive linemen. You have one hole on the offensive line. I want to see what Tyler Steen could do. I want to see what Trevor Keegan could do. So I think there's a good competition there behind. Are they ready? We'll find out. But do they re-sign Mekhi Becton? And let me tell you, I mean, he wants to stay, and it wouldn't shock me if they try to get something done. As much as that corner 2 spot is already kind of, it's annoying me a little bit, but whatever Jeff Stoughton does, I'll agree with. I think we all kind of leave him alone and leave him to the offensive line. Becton with the Jets getting crucified by the fans, not good relations with the coaching staff, the owner, you name it. He's been through the grain. I mean, the Eagles welcomed him in open arms. This was this was a high quality, a high-quality move by the Philadelphia Eagles, like at least from a cost standpoint, it literally didn't cost us anything. And he became a really good right guard for us. And Sirianni was the main reason why he played right guard during camp. Jeff Stoughton didn't put him as a right guard, okay? Literally, Nick Sirianni was like, put him at right guard, see what he could do. And it was pretty much done after that point. So I think that would he take less money coming to Philadelphia? We'll see. I think he's too happy here. He's too happy here. Like him going to another team right now. What if the team is a really bad team? You know what I mean? Does he want to deal with losing? He already knows the guys here. Within 1 year, he's been best friends with the guy. Even after the Super Bowl, Mekhi Becton was like, I already missed the guys already. Things like that. His story is a fantastic story. We love Saquon's story, but I think this is a great story too. It might not blow up like Saquon's will, but I think this was a fairy tale ending to now he is what he is. The Eagles turned him, and Jeff Stoutland is thanked for. Just like Zach Bond should be thanking Vic Fangio for, what he turned him into. You know what I mean? So it's almost like that in a lot of ways. So I know I'm kind of reminiscing on this too much, but the interest is there of him coming back to the Eagles. We'll see what happens. I'm being a little selfish and want to really resign him. And then if Lane Johnson retires in a couple years, you put him to right tackle and see what happens then, Would you give a call? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you guys haven't, come out with Eagles content every single day. And definitely like the video because it helps out tremendously. Sorry for the long rants. This was a long one today, but I hope you stick through it all, and I thank you so much for it. You guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Shakes, what up, follows. Peace out, guys. Peace.